What do you want?
That one.
What do you want? I want...
Some tiny water in the sink.
Want some tiny water in the sink. Okay.
Help
Now what are you going to do with it?
drink.
You can... Need more tiny water? That is a tiny cup. Whose cup is that? Okay. Busy working over here.
Hey.
Hey, that water, you might need to turn it. It's a little bit, maybe not have it up so fast. Yeah. Are you still thirsty? It's not much water. Some tiny, tiny water in the sink. I was sitting here this afternoon. I know, it's a lazy Sunday. Thinking about our friends in Kentucky and other states that got whacked by the tornado. I think he is excited for Christmas. Trying to decide what we're going to do today, which really amounts to nothing. Do you ever just do nothing? I think there's always this pressure to go, go, go. I did put up some Christmas lights. Look, now my 14-year-old's going to hear me doing a video and he's going to leave the room. I hear him leaving. So for some reason, I was like, I'll sit here and I'll go through my office. Yes, Becky, it's my son. So I find this, his psychological evaluation, which we had an IEP meeting a few weeks ago. Hi, Heather. Heather, we're doing a supporter video right after this. We're discussing special needs parenting and crappy parenting in general. Have you finished shopping for your 4 kids? I've not quite. The 14-year-old that's just left wants an air hockey table. I don't know if we're going to get into all that. Oh, that's nice, Rachel. Yeah, you know, we've had a good, busy weekend. We went to a parade. Amos, who this evaluation is about, sat through an entire parade for an hour, I would like to say, with his sister, and loved it. And one of the best parts was that Ted Hakler, a friend, and he was Amos's Sunday school teacher for a few years. When we were leaving, we were getting on the golf cart, and he said, "Did he sit through the whole parade?" I was like, yes, he did. You know how awesome that was to have somebody not in your family, but recognize that it was a big deal? It was a big deal to me, you know, because it means that he really gets it. Because I think even if I said something to my dad, Amos sat through the parade, he'd be like, oh, Yeah, Blair kept her little hands over his ears. And a lot of people, this is a totally different topic, but a lot of people are like, well, he needs headphones, he needs this. Well, I'll tell you, so I have a friend who has autism, and we met at dog training honor. We met when we were getting Amos's service dog, and one of her big accomplishments that she talked about was getting her dog and not having to wear headphones anymore, or, ear-canceling headphones. And she said, having the dog, I don't have to do that anymore, because she said you wear headphones and it's it really makes you stand out to other people. But it gave me such perspective when people were like, you should put headphones on him. And I'm like, well, here is an autistic person who's saying, no, I don't want to wear headphones. I don't want to look different, Anyway, really neat perspective to get from somebody else who's been there. So we have not pushed headphones, not that he loves them anyway, but, we try to do other strategies. So anyway, sitting here, my husband's making chili, which is its own disaster in itself. And I'm like, I'm going to read the evaluation. I love the psychologist. I love Amos's teacher. I love his school. This has nothing to do with anything about that. And I was texting with this teacher before this, and she was like, you know, saying all the things that I wanted to hear, that I know she means. We love Amos. We think he's amazing. You know, these tests just are tests. But then she said, you know, but I still can't imagine reading it as the mama, you know? Honor, quiet, quiet. And I was like, yeah, it is super duper tough. So right after this, the supporters and I are going to have a little heartfelt conversation about that. Not that sometimes we talk about crime, sometimes we talk about autism, sometimes we talk about whatever. Video being interrupted. Well, probably because people in this house suck up the internet. Let me see if the internet's on. Hold on. Yep, the internet's on. Love your glasses. Thank you. From my eye doc. I think they're Kate Spade, actually. I'm getting blinded here with the sun coming in. So anyway, all the right things. But reading these reports is decimating. Decimating. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Well, maybe you're going to convince me to get the hockey table. I was sitting up at the counter at the bar. My husband's made chili. My son Russell's cooking hamburgers. And they left. And I was reading. And I just put my head down and I wept. I wept on this piece of paper. I just cried. I was like, this is horrible, you know? And there was a time and a place where I might have been like, I'm going to be fine. Everything's fine. But, you know, sometimes you just have to boo-hoo over something that's hard. And, oh, Kim. Yeah, I mean, I will say I'm so thankful and would encourage any family like mine. My school system is so nice because years ago, well, they've always done it, but I spoke to a group in Nash Rocky Mount Schools, another school system, and I said, you've got to get parents these reports before the IEP meeting, because if you get into a meeting and see this report, it's basically like saying, hello, your family has just died in a tornado, and now we need you to make some decisions. You'd be like, what? What happened? You can't get terrible news, we use air quotes for that, but it feels terrible at the time, and then move on to make good decisions. So this was like 2 hours ago, I read this, and I was like, do I share? What do I share? And I was like, I'm going to share, because I just want somebody to be there, like, you can cry and be sad, and you're going to be fine. And you're going to love your little person who just used a teeny tiny Lego cup to get water. And even though this report says all these, I think what's super hard for me is see if that, I just turned off the Wi-Fi. Everything was low, except there's one thing that was good. Extremely low. The term extremely low, and like this is totally, you know, from the adaptive behavior assessment system. Like there's some psychologist that's like popped in and made up this test. But it is so depressing. It is so depressing. Extremely low. Like the only way that would make me happy is if that was my weight. And see, now I can laugh. I mean, I was like, now I'm laughing because you're going to be fine. You're going to get through this. Oh, Bridget, I'm so glad. Kate of Finding Cooper's Voice is like really become a good friend of mine. We text about every day. We share supporters in our groups. I mean, just really nice to have a friend that gets it and can laugh too. I mean, we do a lot of laughing. So, low cognitive, he's in there tearing up something, low cognitive ability. And I'm like, how can you have low cognitive ability when you can like almost spell Uzbekistan right? You know, or when you can like do things for cookies, or say like mommy's going to pick up at the bus stop just to make sure. I mean, like or if Sissy gets near him, he's yelling at her. And if he did have low cognitive ability, because I have friends whose children do, that's something different. Like, I'm okay with that. But I just think he's so smart. Do I think he has major struggles? Yes, yes, yes. Yay, Kristen. But he's smart. And I would think any parent, even of a child totally nonverbal, would say to you, I know my child. I know their likes and dislikes. I know all these things. I'm not even going to comment on that, Jennifer. Anyway, I just thought, if there's anybody out there that's reading these tests and you feel lonely, one of the comments says, he would follow the reference by saying, meow, meow. Amos went through a real cat stage. Anyway, it's really hard to read this. It's hard. I need to boohoo, and my antidepressants won't allow me. Oh, I take those. I do take a good 200 milligrams of Zoloft every day. Throw it in a drawer. Low cognitive ability has nothing to do with being able to express himself to a one-time tester. Well, she knows him. Anyway. It hurt my feelings. I was trying to make you laugh. The psychologist did a nice job. It's just the answers, aren't maybe what I wanted to see. Maybe I wanted to see that Amos has made so much progress, and that, like, they'll say things like that in the meeting. I just wish I could, like, tell these psychologists, like, you have got to put in something in this thing that maybe just makes us feel for a minute that they're so successful. Yeah, Janie, does the psychologist know every flag to every country? Yes, but they don't ask that. They want you to talk about how Herman, lost his mouse at the shopping center or something. Maybe they'll change the way. No. Tell the people that make these tests. Okay, we need to let Woodcock Johnson know Gillum Autism Rating Scale, the differential ability scales. I mean, all these fools. I mean, they're like bots. They're like trolls on my Facebook page. And they're good, measured testing. It's just debilitating to listen to it. Extremely low. The practical domain is compromised of community use, which was rated as extremely low. I don't even know what community use is. Maybe I should get tested. This is totally... No, the psychologist, yes, is a good listener. See, this is not... I know y'all want to fix things. I'm getting blinded. I know y'all want to fix things. This is not about fixing anything. No one did anything wrong. That's the trouble. It's the test. It's Amos accurately reflected on a test. And it is accurate. It's just really hard to read. I'm not even saying it's not right. I'm just saying I wish there were other things that could be captured on a test. So it's not, we can't always blame people, right? Like, it's not like you can be like, well, you're fat because you eat McDonald's, so stop eating the McDonald's. Like, this is like a fat person who only eats lettuce and doesn't cheat and like stuff sausage in their mouth at night. I mean, there's nothing to do. I just want to be really clear about that, because we don't want to blame school systems or psychologists or teachers. Like, these things depress them too. But, oh my God. Man, oh my gosh, my mother's texting me now. Good heavens, I'm glad she's not watching this. I can't, y'all, I cannot see. Keep moving. Oh, that's better. Anyway. No, Penny, it's fine. It really is fine. See, that's the thing. And then I'm pissed because I'm like, don't give me sympathy. We don't want sympathy. I just wanted for a minute to say, this sucks and pisses me off. Toby's got a good comment. The category of low cognitive ability is an artifact of the DSM-5, which replaces profound, severe, moderate, and profound, considered as repugnant labeling. Thank you, Toby. But extremely low, I guess it could say like severely mentally retarded is what it used to say. That'll really start your day, right? It is valid. Y'all, it's just, whatever. It's fine. It's all fine. But now I've gotten over it. I've recovered. I'm going to go in the meeting. I'm not going to do very little complaining. Sparky loves open cabinets. And I'm going to be fine. And Amos is going to be fine. We're going to be fine. I never got 1,000 on the SAT. I applied to Carolina, and I never heard back. I never heard back, like never got a denial letter, nothing. And I said to my dad, I never heard back from Carolina. And he was like, they probably thought it was a joke that you applied. What?
To Emmett's back.
You're turning the fire off to Emmett's back?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
This is the indoor jungle gym.
Oh,
and
no. My fire.
I didn't get in, so I didn't get 1,000 on the SAT.
The fire
It's pretty
is
hard to get
off.
into college when you don't get the fire is off. Okay, Honor's gonna get your fire. Oh, Honor, get the fire. Oh, she's coming. She's coming. She's coming to get the fire. And anyway, no, what has somebody gotten on my chair? And you know what? I went to college, went to Meredith College, awesome college, got into Carolina for grad school, and I got a full scholarship for my PhD at NC State. Damn it, I didn't make 1,000 on the SAT. But don't tell me like Amos is going to probably graduate from Harvard. I just can't hear things like that. I have to be a realist, and if I'm surprised, I'm surprised, but I have to be a realist. The name of the indoor gym. So does that mean, Kristen, you've now lost your mind as well? It is made by brain-rich kids, and they give 10% off if your kids have special needs. How about that? Amos, do you like your jungle gym?
Oh, no.
Do you like your jungle gym?
Without the fire.
Put out the fire.
Emmett's back.
Emmett's back.
Okay.
We're playing Lego men in here. Let me see you swing. Ready? Go.
Put the fire out to Emmett's back.
Put the fire out to Emmett's back.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
We've been looking to build one. Well,
The fire is out.
fire is out.
Oh, no.
For $1,200, it too can be yours.
Oh, no.
What? What happened?
The fire is out.
Oh no! Help me!
No. Oh, no. The fire is...
Oh no, the fire is out?
No.
No fire?
Yes.
Okay.
I need more fire.
You need more fire. I need more fire. See, he wants me to tell these things. Who's Emmett? Emmett is from the Lego movie. So anyway, that's your daily dose of something. I know it's not that bad of a price. It's cheaper than the darn thing you put out in the backyard that nobody ever wants to get in. Have you ever noticed how many people have play sets and they put them out in the corner of their yard? You're on the highway. You see these big fenced-in yards with the swing set in the back. Ain't nobody going out to that swing set. The sword is on fire.
Yes.
Yes.
Help me.
Help me. I'm just supposed to say whatever he says. That makes him happy. Veronica, he's 8. He turned 8 in November. He's a happy 8. Hey, Tommy. Okay. Supporters, see you in a minute. I'll put up the supporter link in this post. Love to have y'all. Bryden needed to hear this today. Dealing with the private schools and acknowledge learning disability. Ugh. I mean, it's just so tiring. Life is tiring. Mothering is tiring. It's all tiring. You're supposed to cook, and you're supposed to exercise, and you're supposed to look good. And meanwhile, you're like, oh my God, I can't get any sleep. And I'm just reading these. Oh, shoot. Speaking of which, I've got to go get some melatonin. Okay, supporters, see you in 10 minutos.
It's not fine.
Oh, no, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Are you going to spell something? Spell Nigeria.
Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan. Okay, spell Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan. Nope. He's not spelling it. Thank y'all for tuning in, and have a good Sunday, and really send some real heartfelt prayers for our tornado families, because they need us.